Hello everyone, welcome to another matchup guide, and today we're going to talk about Jhin. Now, unfortunately, I know that matchup guides are not the most popular type of content on the channel, but someone asked me about a matchup guide on Jhin, and I postponed that for a long time, and then at some point I just said, let's do it, even though it's not very popular on the channel. Not a lot of people are watching these videos. But the thing is that it's also problematic to do a matchup guide on Jhin, because Jhin is pretty much a perfect character. You don't really counter Jhin, you counter the player. You counter the Jhin player, not the character, not Jhin. And that's because Jhin has pretty much everything. I think you already heard this in the past. Like you always hear this thing, Jhin is a perfect character, but he really is. He has amazing pokes. Down for one has amazing reach. Same goes with stunning jab. This wasn't a thing in Tekken 7. He has good pokes. He has good 50-50, 4-4-3, health sweep. He has good space control. He has good OP with down 2, 4-4-4. He has good evasive tools with mental alertness stance, this type of stuff. He pretty much has everything, so you can't really counter the character, you counter the player. There are a couple of things you can keep in mind when you're going against this character. One thing is that you always want to sidestep right against this guy. He's a Mishima, so he has an electric, but in this case, you want to step it towards the right. He's the complete opposite in terms of sidestepping to Kazuya and Devil Jhin or a Hachi. You want to sidestep right against Jhin, not left. You will evade most of his stuff. However, he has some strong tracking attacks, like for example CD3. It's a safe mid homing that if it lands on counter hit, he gets a guaranteed hit on the ground. He also has standing 4, but this is more for close range. It's more of a poke. He's used in combination with pokes. If he has to approach you, he's mostly gonna stick with CD3, or he can do something like Zen 3, which has very, very similar properties, almost identical. So again, you want to sidestep right, but be careful about homings. Be careful about. I'm not good with wave dashing, but this kind of stuff, you can wave dash, realign, and then hit you with electric. Also, CD1 has some phantom tracking for some reason. Sometimes you're gonna get tagged by this move trying to sidestep right. And of course, you also sidestep right will also make you evade forward 4 and Demon Paw. Demon Paw is ridiculous in this game. It's a super long range mid, safe on block. If he is in heat, this turns into a full launcher on hit, and it's +5 on block. So that's also a ridiculous attack. Demon Paws are ridiculous in this game. But like I said, you want to try to sidestep right to avoid all of this neutral. If Jhin gets up close to you, he starts to do this. It's imperative that you punish the last hit. So 2, 1, 4. You have to punish the 4. This is imperative. This is now -10. You have to punish this. Every time Jhin tries to do this, when he releases the 3rd hit, punish him. Punish him. Like, I can't stress this enough. So that's a really interesting thing that you have to keep in mind. Some shenanigans, Jhin players, they really like 1-3 or 1-3-4, double low. The first low is -12, the second low is -13. Or they also like to do this, 3-1, 3-1-4. The last hit is a low, -13, block it and punish him. As for stuff like, for example, down 2, this is still an amazing low. I mean, this is still pretty much unreactable for most people. And it still tracks really well to his weak side. So this is gonna be the bane of your existence when it comes to sidestepping. This is gonna tag you every time you try to step him. So because of this, you have to try and do sidestep into duck. You always have to duck. after a sidestep, just in case he goes with this crap. Otherwise, if you can react to this, like you can block no reaction, that's good. But for the most part, if you can't, every time you sidestep, try to sidestep into a duck, because there's a high chance he's gonna try to use this to tag you. Luckily, it doesn't launch anymore on counter. They removed that for Season 2, thank God. So now most gym players, they will do either a down 2 into low sweep, which is launch punishable, as you can see, it staggers, or they're gonna do down 2 into mid launcher. So what you want to do here, if you have the reflexes to do this, because it's not easy on the fly, let's say you get hit by down 2, you do sidestep right into a duck. So you cover both options. You cover the sweep, you block it and you launch it, and you avoid the wall standing 4, which has, sorry, wall standing 2. You avoid the wall standing 2, which has very poor tracking. Of course, if he uses other stuff, he can do wall standing 3, which is homing, and in that case, there's not much you can do. So yeah, in that case, you just have to take a guess. Yeah, that's Jin for you. Other type of attacks, down forward 2. Gym players, they really like to do this move. They do down for 2 and then they go into crouch dash. This is not as easy to counter as it looks, because if he does something like down for 2 into electric, very common, you could try to do something like 1-2-1, right? You can interrupt him and get a big damage out of that. However, remember that C1 this evades highs. So if you try to do try to go with 1-2-1, you're gonna get clipped and launched. So in this situation, it's not easy. You have to go with a mid if you want to make sure to counter both options. But here, if you try to go with a downward 1, which is 13 frames, boom, this trades, and that is in Jin's favor. If you have a 12 frames mid, you have a chance to interrupt this safely. Otherwise, you have to do something like a down jab, which sounds good. It works, it's 10 frames, but then you realize that Jin can also do this type of stuff that will, of course, evade the down jab, which is treated as a low in this situation, and this is a jumping attack. So, not that easy to counter this stance. You could try to sidestep, but again, he has homings. He has CD3 to keep you in check if you try to step him. So you either interrupt him, like I said, with a fast mid, 12 frames, you use a down jab, or you sidestep. You want to try to alternate these strategies. That's it for down for 2. Let's talk about his stance, his Zen stance a little bit. This is also not easy to counter, mainly because of this power crush homing high. He also has a low from this stance. This is very linear, but the problem is the high, which is homing. And not only that, he has this move here that because it's a hit engager, by the rules of Tekken, it needs to be pretty much almost homing. As you can see, you see how much this realigns? It's minus 14, but you really risk of getting tagged by this. And there is this weird thing if you try to sidestep towards the right. You see? You can't really punish him if he does that. So, yeah, it's a little bit difficult to sidestep. As you can see, as the homing high, I'm trying, but here I have to stand up immediately, because otherwise I get hit by the mid. Then I have to punish. Yeah, it's not easy to deal with this. You can try to interrupt, but again, can you give me the high? Yeah, this is a power crush. So you can't really press, really. So yeah, this is not really easy to answer. Like I said, you want to try to maybe down jab. It's a good thing, because if you do it, you can still evade the high. So this is also a good option. If you have to interrupt, do a down jab, so you evade the high, and you can launch him. Or you can try to sidestep a little bit, but it's a bit complicated. You have to do sidestep left into a duck. But if he goes with the heat engager, then you have to stand up immediately. You have to stand up, block the mid, and punish. But the move is minus 14. So with Dragon Up, you can get either up forward 1 or back 4 free. Up forward 1 or back 4 free. Then we're gonna briefly talk about his evasive options. He mostly uses mental alertness, back 3+4. This has good evasion, this stance, and most low-level gym players, they will follow up with Samsara, which is launch punishable block, minus 16, but it evades a lot. But good gym players, they will not do Samsara, they will do back 3+4 into down forward to go into crouch dash, and then they will do CD1. Because CD1, it still has really good evasion. Wait, I'm gonna show you that this works. You see? It has really good evasion because CD1 is a high crush, pretty much. That didn't work. But as you can see, this is really good. As you can see, it works. And in some situations, you could even try to do something like this. Mental alertness into electric. Oh wait, I need to record a standing jab first. Wait, I did CD1. This also works. I had gym players doing this on me. As you can see, it works. It works, pretty much. So, good gym players, they will do that. Instead of Samsara, they will do either CD1 or electric to stay safe, to stay more safe. So yeah, be careful when you're pressuring Jin. In Oki situations, Jin will mostly use down 2, so expect down 2 on the ground. You can try to stay on the ground and then quickly stand up to block the down 2. He's gonna use forward 4 a lot in Oki situations. If you try to stand up too quickly, this is gonna clip you for 1,000,000 damage. So he's gonna mainly mix you up with either down 2 or forward 4. But if you stay on the ground for a little bit, most likely the gym player is gonna try to go with down 2. Then you quickly stand up into a low guard and you punish down 2. If you're playing Dragonov, unfortunately, you can't launch him. He's minus 14. You can't really do anything. You can't even do up forward 1 because it recovers in crouch. So you have to, unfortunately, use while standing 1-2 or while standing 1-3. As you can see, up forward 1 doesn't work. You have to do while standing 1-3 or while standing 1+2. Any 12 frames Punisher that you have. But anyway, I think that's it. It's almost 15 minutes. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching and take care.